Hello, my name is Zhatelier, welcome back for another episode of Last Kingdom in Aurora 4X, and once again we've skipped a fair bit forward after the disaster in Zhatelier, or the loss in Zhatelier. We've been rebuilding our army a little bit and that sort of stuff. I've basically redone almost all of the crown units, so let's actually have a look at those. So it's mostly staying the same, but we have the heavy cruiser anti-personnel weapons now available. So we have set up, for example, for the Marines, we got some for the infantry, medium vehicles and light vehicles, and emplacement as well of those. And then everything else has been... oh, actually we can obsolete that one. Except the brigade and division headquarters haven't been updated yet, but we're working on that as well. But then I've updated some of the units here, like changed some of the... no, some heavy rapid fire squads in, and removed some other stuff to make room for those. And then I've set up an infantry regiment, which is 5 kiloton size, and also a mechanized regiment, which has a lot of things. And then there's also the halberd puncher, which you might not have noticed. But this is basically, it's a medium vehicle. It's the medium armor, of course, and all that. It has heavy cruiser anti-personnel and medium anti-vehicle. So it's kind of a jack of all trades kind of a vehicle, so that it can do damage on enemy tanks, but at the same time it can also do a lot of damage on the enemy infantry. And judging from the information that we have about their ground units, we know that the infantry has armor of 15, so the regular units that we have might still not be able to penetrate their armor. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if the knights even can do that, but the heavy cruiser anti-personnel weaponry can certainly, and of course all the anti-vehicle stuff. So we will be able to destroy a lot of that, and their penetration is 15. Actually, the damage is 12. Okay, so this must be... the infantry that they have must have the better weaponry. So actually, if we go back over here and look at our, say, knight squad, it has the penetration of only 12. Okay, right, so they got the next level of... oh yeah, they do, because they have the particle beam strength of 9, which we do not yet have. We still don't have the range upgrade either. But we're working on that. I mean, we do have the fire control range upgrade already, but not for the beam weapon or the particle beams. We don't have the upgraded range. But yeah, we have a little bit extra, and I just decided to do the regiments because that means that we need to have a bit less total of HQs in there, and lowers the micro a little bit, and it can hopefully stay operational for a bit longer. So of course we have, or we're gonna have 4 regiments to a brigade still. So the sizes of the unit technically stay the same, it's just lowering the amount of formations that I need to handle a little bit. I will still use some battalions as well, but at least that's going to lower the micro a little bit. And we've already built some of them in here. We're gathering up at least a brigade that we can then potentially drop into Zhatelier again. We do have our large druid transport orbiting in Veralis already, waiting for troops, and we actually... hold on. Did we... I think I already transferred those, but we have some various units under construction. This is some of the earlier units. Oh, technically these are the latest unit designs, but these are just battalions that we built before we had all the mechanized stuff up and running, all fully designed. And then we got 2 infantry regiments in this brigade already. So that should be okay. I'm going to have to name that 2nd Infantry Regiment at some point, but I'm not going to do that right now. But what we do have over here, I went through with one of the blue sharks to the Labrador system. I have actually done some salvaging over here as well, so that's why there's a bit less of the wrecks now. And actually, total in system, aside from those 2, there's not all that many in here. I mean, there's plenty of tonnage in here still that we need to go through. But slowly but surely the situation is improving. And then we did poke in here and we saw that they only have the 2 Kirishimas defending there. Of course they do still have the surface-to-orbit weaponry, so it's not completely void of things. But if we go back to Labrador... So I went in here, I saw that there was a Yamato and a Zuiho down here. They were both commercial engines, so I was pretty safe. I just took a little bit of distance and then started firing and destroyed both of them. Life pods are still there. And I decided to, since there is the planet down here, I forgot that. I'll just go and check if there's anything in there right now. And it looks like there may have been. Because these are not the same ships. But this is the exact same fleet composition that we saw in... I think Zhatelier. And then somehow we saw it in Jade, even though we were not actually seeing it. But there was some weird things happening with the spotting there. But yeah, so there's 2 Kumas, 8 Nagatos, and 3 Mugamis. So we know that they have at least twice this many ships, plus what we saw in the Zhatelier jump point here that were going around after us for a while. Not entirely sure if those fleets are still back in there. They might be. But now what we probably need to do is we need to pull back to Diamond. We are slightly faster than they are. So remove last, transit to Diamond, and then we'll take, actually, just pull that to the side, go back to Diamond. Waypoint 9 is going to be our first target. So move there. But yeah, the difference in speed is only 25 kilometers per second, so losing them is going to take some time. But I think we can manage it. Right, let's actually start moving relatively slowly. Oh, and now updated some of the... Oh, they put on the active sensors. Alright then. So we know that they got 90 million range on that. Which actually, how far does it reach? Not that far, but still relatively long range. Much longer than what we have. So we can't really do much about that. They will be spotting us. And we can still see... Oh right, we lost some of those. Nagatos are moving away. Or are they? Well, that's the part... Okay. And we don't know about those. We could try to get a little bit closer, but we'll see. Take another hour to see if we... Oh, we've lost all of them. Are they scared of us? I think they might be, and looking at the direction that they were heading to, there might be some sort of jump gate over here. We just don't know about it yet. Okay, well let's actually then remove those and try to move towards the planet over here. Again, I'm not entirely sure if there are any colonies in there or not. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we now know that how many they have. We know the tonnages now, at least. There's mostly 20 kilotons and 13 kilotons. Okay, so that is way too much tonnage for us to deal with. And let's actually have a look. Are they... I think they're going for the jump gate. These are military engines, so this is definitely a military fleet. We don't know about their weaponry, but we don't know what weaponry these particular ships have, but what we do know is that they have longer range for the particle beams than we do, so if we try to engage them, they will get the first shot, and the Blue Shark, even though... Actually, I got it open here. Blue Shark does have a little bit of armor, but it's only 6 layers, so even though... Well, if they have lances, then they will penetrate that. We do have plans for how to negate that, and it's basically shields. And then of course the faster speed for our ships, because I reckon that they have tracking speed of 5,000 kilometers per second, although I'm not entirely sure. Okay, well let's take a little bit smaller, just to see where they are heading. We are still moving, right? No, okay. But they are moving away. Let me keep on moving towards there then. See what they do. They're now flying away from us. I mean, we do have faster speed, and these particular ships have destroyed a lot of stuff. I mean, has this... Oh yeah, this has destroyed almost... Oh, actually over 500,000 tons of both commercial and military combined. Well, that's not bad. But actually, if we follow those enemy ships a little bit, we might see where they are heading. Let's actually do that. So we'll remove that, contacts, and I don't know, take one of the Kumars maybe? Follow at 500,000 maybe? Just so that we'll be in close enough, or close, but not too close. Actually, 500,000 is probably too close. I mean, they won't be able to fire on us, but I'd rather keep a bit of a distance if they start heading towards us. Right, so, contacts. Kumar will go for 2 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they'll be well within the active sensors radius. Let's take a little bit longer cuts here. It may take some serious amount of time before we catch them. It's 28 million right now, and since it's only 25 per second, yeah, that will take some time. I'm gonna want to be able to see if and when they try to jump somewhere. That might reveal us the jump gate that they have. Although I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, but I have a feeling that that might be the case. Okay, let's take a bit longer increments then. At some point they might try to turn around and try to ram me. But I'm just imagining the AI being very scared right now. So they only got partial visual on them. I know that they got their active sensors on still. How much do we have fuel left? Actually, we have still 80%. That should be more than enough to go back to refuel at one of the dolphins. Although the dolphin that is currently at the jump point will need to go back to Caldera to refuel soon. Well, not necessarily all the way to Caldera. We have the fuel harvesters now. Okay, so we can see... Yeah, they are now within reach of our sensors here. So I'm kind of interested to see where they are heading. It's definitely not the planet. It feels like they are trying to escape into another system right now. We've actually gone past the planet already. I mean, this is a rather small system, I guess. It's taking 1 hour increments right now, because there might be things that happen. I don't want to get too far. But yeah, while we're building up the troops, we are actually not that far away from getting the magnesium plasma drive. That's going to be 12th of March right now. That might actually speed up a little bit, because we do have salvagers coming in with more things for the stockpile, and yeah, that might actually help. Then in terms of ground units, we're currently making Supply Battalion 2 Charger Battalions on the Orbit Pike Regiment that we started doing a long time ago, but that's going to take forever and a half, so we are actually building another Ground Force Construction Complex in here, because it feels like we'll need them. Also, the complex that we have in Collada, down here, should be producing some... Yeah, it's producing at least 1 construction battalion, although it's not going forward. Might be because there's not enough workers for it. There's a there's a bit of a lack of workers in this planet. How about Durandal, or the excavation station? Okay, so it has 3.2 million population now. It should be speeding up a little bit. Although I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take until there's no longer a massive worker shortage there. But it should be improving. They are certainly going far. Now the question is, will we actually see the jump point that they go through or not? Oh, we spotted a jump point in Crimea. Huzzah! That's in the Romanov sector, which you might have guessed from the name. Or duchies, as we call it here. Speaking of which, we did get the research for the... Yeah, we did. Okay, so we'll put in the sector command to be built in here. It doesn't cost massive amounts. That at 20%. It'll take some time before we actually get to it, but yeah, that's going to help a lot bit. We can start setting up the sectors, and we can set up some admins to the sectors, because I haven't set up all the planets to have leaders, although I probably should go through the planets and to set up the leaders in there, although... Oh, okay, so we got the 2 battalions now. We started on a charger battalion and a puncher battalion. And we built another elephant, so we got 2 of the troop transports now. That's actually really good, because we will be building a lot of troops, and we will definitely need a lot of transporting to do. Or to be done. Okay, so let's quickly set up the... So let's see, we got the charger and supply battalion, so it should be... somewhere around here. That's the supply battalion. And the charger is there, okay. So now this regiment can be pulled into the brigade. And this is a full brigade. So the 4th brigade is ready. We can close that one, and then we can start gathering up the stuff for the 5th brigade. And actually, we can take the transport down here. And you can load up the 4th brigade. All subunits. And then go to Shamshir, and then Zhatelier, and we'll just unload the troops at the moon right now. We don't have any troops in the planet itself, although the supply trucks and stuff like that we had there would have survived for a long time, but I figured that I'll pull them out so it doesn't give the notifications constantly. But yeah, we'll unload all ground transport pay. We still have the captured transport ship in there, which can drop technically 60,000 tons at a time. Mostly because one of the transport bay is damaged. But yeah, we can take... Well, unload there, then go back to Shamshir, and all the way back to Barracuda, and refuel. And then we'll actually take the elephant down here, we can detach you, and then rename you to a Royal Troop L2 for large 2. Because those are the smaller ones, but yeah, you will stay over here for the time being. Eventually we should have another brigade for you to transport while the other one is heading back. Or something like that, we'll see how it goes. Right, so we got all of that. I'm not going to start building more ships right now because we are so close to getting the magnesium plasma drive tech, and then we'll be able to do a bit more. Actually, we're going to get the range soon as well. We're going to get those actually almost at the same time. Oh, that's good. Alright, but let's keep on following that enemy fleet. Oh, there we go. It's actually an I-4. Okay, well that's a... Oh, right. So if you can see it with your sensors, then or the active sensors, then you will spot it. Okay, so we can see that they are now trying to go through. Interesting. Question is, do we want to go through there? It might be deadly. In fact, it probably would be very deadly. Well, we can probably do... Well, actually, no, I have a feeling that they'll be waiting at the jump point there. So we'll just see until they go through. There we go. Cannot be found. Awaiting orders. So that's unexplored. I think we're going to just go back to Diamond. Standard transit there and then go to the Crocea jump point. Just move there and we'll have the new dolphin there soon enough. And go back to Diamond. So this dolphin is basically out of fuel. I'll actually... Oh yeah, I can send you through to Crocea. I'll send you to pick up some fuel from the herd down here. And then you can move back to the Diamond. Actually, isn't there a order to... So remove last. Like refuel until full or something like that. Doesn't look like it. It might be standing orders. Let's see, is there anything... So there's refuel at refueling hub. Salvage nearest wreck. Investigate, move to closest rendezvous. And on mothership. Also men mine from population. Unload passenger. Life ports. No, it doesn't look like there is, unless over here. How was the transfer and return? No, okay. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and refuel from the tankers at least. Give you new orders after that. Now we can probably speed up a little bit. Although actually, how far are we in Labrador? Why don't we quickly go and pay a visit at the planet still? Then we can go through the Diamond and Crocea jump point there. Oh, salvage has completed orders. Okay, so that means that we should have some things in here. For example, disassemble that. Then the EM sensors, I don't think we need to because we got the same ones. We could probably disassemble... Actually, let's have a look. Did that... That's 1,000 points. That's basically almost done. What we can do is we can go ahead and... Oh, and that one wouldn't be too bad either. Although, you know what? Let's disassemble that and check what it gives us. Flight control range 80,000 and electronic counter measures 1. Okay. And then we'll disassemble one of those because that should give us the tech now. Yep, it did. So now if we go to the research, actually we can probably then just dismantle that, or scrap that rather. So that gives us a little bit of resources back. The beamfire controls that they have... Let's actually disassemble one to see. Does it give us any tech? It does. A little bit for the extra range for the beamfire controls. Okay, well, let's go ahead and disassemble all of those. Cargo cell base will keep. Combat information center. Electronic countermeasures. I suppose we could actually disassemble those because we don't have that yet. Then these we can actually scrap. That's going to give us a little bit of things back. Range storage base I will probably keep. Thermal sensor I can probably scrap, although that is the same exact thermal sensor that I've been using, but actually that may have been a component from one of my ships, come to think of it. Oh well, let's have a look at it now. So we got a lot of data for the 80,000 kilometer range, and a lot of it from the countermeasures. We got some wealth and a little bit of minerals from the scrapped components. So if we have a look at the research tab now, so we've got 12 of those. We can start designing the new engines in a few moments, and that's probably what we're going to be doing, or rather actually I'm probably going to have to do that off camera. And then in the start of the next episode, I'll go through what I designed with them. Because, yeah, we are basically out of time, or actually are just out of time. But let's have a look at how far we got with the researches now, before we leave off. So actually, Battle Beam Strength 9, we've gotten a little bit of that. I think that was because we found some abandoned, or some parts from the ruins in, I think, Collada, which gave us a bit of Battle Beam research. And we do definitely need to get the turret tracking speed at some point. It's rather low right now. Then, well, ground combat. Eventually we do want to have well, probably once we got on the infantry units completed, the designs, we'll start doing the heavy powered infantry armor, because we don't have that yet, and currently I'm keeping the knights and the footmen different tiers of armor, so once we get that, we'll upgrade the knights into heavy armor, and the footmen will have the medium armor then, or the basic powered armor. But logistics, well, we didn't get anything in there recently. And over here, the kinetics, not really anything. Or did we get a little bit gold stuff? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. Right, but it should be... Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Oh, wait a minute, we don't have that opened up yet, but we do have some, even the next tier engines that we found from the ruins. But in the sensors and fire controls, so we got the... Okay, beam fire control range, we've gotten just shy of 1,000 points to it, so not that massive increase. Still better than nothing. Then countermeasures we've gotten a little bit, and countermeasures a little bit. Ground and strength a little bit. But hey, at least we got the engine tech. So I'll be going through designing the engines. I'll probably be having... The speed will be like 7,500 kilometers per second as the target speed for various ship sizes. And we'll have a few different types of... for military ships, that's going to be the new base speed. But anyway, I'll end rambling here, so if you enjoyed this, put a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.